we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped on him.
Pressure coming.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. With the catch, it's White. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Herd! Once he got some room, it was over. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something to win, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
From the gun, the ground game. Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
The Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Mayava. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D-lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
He wants to throw it. Back's got it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. The Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Rides to back and leaves it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Miami!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Anderson will throw. That's caught. It's White. And they swarm him under.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
Marshall will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man, it's Carr. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Canes headed quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Makes the catch. It's Hodges. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Carr. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you can add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gives it on the option. Spins away from the defender. At the 35, he's loose. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Vaughn. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback keeps it. Creates a little room. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. That's caught. It's Lofton. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Canes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the 1st down. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They're going to run it. There he goes. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Canes want to crank the tempo.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Fakes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Quick strike complete. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Canes! He got a step and just dusted the field. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field it close to the 50. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Punt returners, man, you just got to make one guy miss. You make the first dude miss, and then a lot of times it's off to the races. This guy is so dangerous in the open field, as he shows right there in the punt return touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to New Mexico. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give on the option. Open space at the 25. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Marshall quick to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Marshall will be forced to punt. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can just steamrolling the defense. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They'll leave it with him. And some room to work. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, create some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. He'll try it again. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Hurricanes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Anderson wants to throw. Got his man on the outside. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. 22 water. They'll give it to the back. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
42, Marshall, 7.
Coming out with it, it's short. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. 2nd down coming up. They'll run play action. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Setting up the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity label. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Mayaba. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Hodges. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lyle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Wants to go up top on first down. Touchdown, Cade! Fired in from the red zone for the score. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got a little space. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. Sticks it in his belly. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Kick is in the air. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to New Mexico. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Marshall will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
Turning it on! Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Yeah, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Made a defender miss. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. On the run, it's Pringle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball. The thundering Herd offense coming out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Cutler. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Marshall will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Bulldozes his way through. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Out of the gun, the inside give. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Hand off from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense changing the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Direct snap. It's Lawrence. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Lyon. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brewer. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Makes the grab. It's Martin. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Marshall will be forced to punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Francis. And his first pass is incomplete. Quarterbacks work so hard on those mechanics, but sometimes things start moving fast and they get away from you.
It does, and when you get on that back foot, a lot of times that ball's going to drift, and you're not coming through the target, so you're not putting enough mustard on it to get it to finish through your target and the ball to get there in a hurry. So all those mechanics are things you work on, but you're right. When you put a defense in front of you, it kind of changes that thing a little bit.
No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he can go. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finding open areas. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Gives it on the option. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Cutler. Using his feet to buy time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down and 2nd in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third.
Unleashes one deep. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Mayaba. Caught. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He rifles one deep down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Oh, better look out! They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.